Well, I started out the day fishing for catfish, what's normally a very reliable catfish lake, but after grinding it out for a few hours with no luck, rather surprisingly, ended up switching gears and headed up north to Lake Texoma. Here I was hoping to run into a school of bubbling striper. Perhaps it's a bit early in the season, though. The water temp on the main lake was in the upper 60s, not quite 70, and in the coves it was a little higher, but able to find some shad surfacing, but wasn't able to really hook up on much. There was one fish that I hooked up on, but it got off, but it seemed very small. So I don't do much striper fishing. It's kind of a new thing for me, and here I went out in the main lake, and I was as deep as 80 foot of water, which is as deep as I've ever fished before. And one thing I realized is just how useful having side scan is when you're in that deep water. With the short boat, I could basically just flip a 360, and it was a little bit like a poor man's 360 transducer, in so much that I could just watch the graph and see which direction the shad schools were at, and that didn't necessarily help catch them, but it was interesting, and I can really see where side scan, or better yet 360, would be helpful in a big deep lake like this. So anyways, this ended up a long day. I think by this point it was probably like 8 hours of fishing with no fish. I think I caught one crappie on Lavon, but I didn't catch any keepers, so really grinding it out.
Right,
and then finally, pretty much on the way back, hooked up on something.
No, I just caught it on that on your
I was just
swim bait
long line
and the
trolling
yellow head. The yellow,
swim bait with a chartreuse head and a
I'm not saying it's huge, but it's putting up a better fight than the last one did.
I guess it's something like a cross between a grub and a swim bait, but the stripers seemed to like it. So thankfully, I grinded it out, caught one.
I guess I'll keep it.
I think next time I'm going to bring something new, a trolling reel with some lead core line, and see how that works out. Anyway, it's a new experience for me. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
It's pretty small.